The Boy in the Wallpaper, published in Lovecraftiana, Volume 8, Lammas Eve, July 31st, 2022. The wallpaper fades to darkness as the sun sets behind the London rooftops. Their chimney smoke coats my window in grime and soot, shrouding the light even further. Oranges and reds peek through the small splatter of wiped pollution where a pigeon had slammed into the glass and died but yesterday, its death bringing a sliver of the world to me. Dusty curtains that shroud my four-poster bed are pulled back. Their once vibrant colors have faded from both time and exposure. The constellations adorning them are the only heavens I have seen in 20 years. The real stars cannot pierce the miasma crowning this industrious city. I miss the countryside of my boyhood, the summer home where grandfather regaled me with the tales of creatures of the dark void of space who infiltrate our world, terrifying humans until they die. Our minds would be harvested as food for the greatest of them all. I shudder. The final ray of light has risen up the wall and onto the cobwebbed ceiling, illuminating the dancing motes of dust. The incandescence is red and full of promise. A promise that this will be my final night. All fades to black. My eyes adjust to the darkness, my familiar drafty walls surrounding me. No gas lamps or candles are lit. I have been retired to the attic nursery by my children. The room I was born in will become my tomb. I can no longer navigate the stairs, so I stay confined and out of the way for the rest of my family. They don't want my imaginings contaminating their own children. The poetry is not lost on me, and a dry cough escapes my aged throat, the last dregs of a chuckle. Something in the darkness chuckles back. The white hairs on my head prickle and stand on end. He is here. My childhood nightmare has finally returned. The creature of the void who pretends to be merely a pattern in the jovial old wallpaper of playing boys and girls will reveal himself once more. He terrified me as a child, his eyes not seeming to line up with the rest of him, the only mismatch in the print. In nightmares, he whispered to me, calling me by my name. I am ready to meet him, this time in wakefulness. The room breathes. A large shape peels itself from the illustrations on the ancient wallpaper in the darkness of the room. The boy who eternally chased a red ball now stands in the middle of the room, fully formed. He approaches, feet silent on the wooden floor covered in antique rugs. A lone ray of the moon cuts through the small, clean spot on the glass, illuminating his face. His ill-fitting eyes have been left behind, still pasted on the surface of the wall. Dark holes now appear where his eyes should be, holes that show my future. He steps forward and gazes deep into my soul. William. His voice is that of a child's, but layered with deep reverberation no human vocal cords could ever make. I shiver as the sound of my name echoes in the darkness around me, more ominous than any time my parents said it in life. Not even my flattened pillows absorb the penetrating voice. He stops at the side of my bed, his dark empty sockets endless, a beckoning abyss. What do you see? The boy intones. As I stare into the infinite pits, something glimmers back, distant at first, but soon grows to fill my vision. Something writhing. I try to blink, but am frozen in place. With terror or rigor mortis, I cannot tell. The writhing widens, and I am consumed. Stars engulf me. The stars of my childhood when we would go to the summer cottage in the country and see the mountains and misty moors. The constellations leap out in recognizable patterns. Draco, Ursa Major, Ursa Minor, Virgo, and my favorite, Hercules. Their glow brings me comfort, yet I am drawing ever closer to them, falling into the heavens. Past their burning orbs into the deep darkness of space, my body loses feeling, expanding and freezing, I cannot breathe. There is no air to carry my scream. I try to reach out, but there is nothing to grasp. There is no pull toward anything. I am stranded in the dark. A mountainous, solid swath blacker than the void looms over me, consumes me. The sound of vocal cords, as if played by bows strung with an unearthly material, penetrates my eardrums in a haunting, jarring melody. It slides between shrill notes, dancing in unfamiliar pitches. I pass through an unfeeling veil of mist. Memories and figments of my wild imagination are pulled from my head with razor precision, edited and shoved back inside in a jumble. My physical limbs dissolve, absorbed into a gelatinous body, yet my consciousness lives on. I am watching a play of the most horrible and most dreadful things imaginable. Twisted versions of my family morph and act in monstrous ways, filling me with disgust and terror. It's even worse than them leaving me to die in the attic nursery alone. I'm in the belly of the beast my grandfather would tell me about around the countryside fireplace. Anamnesis, mishigas, memories of madness.